You know, as I look at all the Only Logic videos, all the Only Logic videos, I literally try to, you know, find basically trying to put this up on a stand here. I literally try to find the equivalent of white women or non-black women meeting their untimely demise of, you know, being with black men. You know, you see all the equivalent of black women, especially when you look at Only Logical channel on Divest and Go Wrong series. And most of the time what I see is a whole bunch of black women, either they get with a bottom shelf brand or non-black man that's basically, you know, they at the bottom of their communities when they get with black women. And there's something I noticed, and they don't never want to point it out, they'll ignore it. Black women will ignore it. But they'll get with white men and non-black men when those men are not the prospective pick in their communities. That means white women or Latino women won't date them men for certain reasons. Those men are not getting the women of their prospective group. So the easiest women to get are black women. Now they'll always put it up as, oh, we being desired by these non-black men or these white men. But when you look at their dynamic and look at the individuals, and then you look at them guys that they with, and you go look at them guys' background, you find out them dudes they are failed guys. They haven't really accomplished it, or they fail. Now, black women, I always tell you that they ain't gonna get with no black men because black men this and that and that and that and that. But if you notice, these black women, they get with guys like this one. You'll have a black woman, she might luck up and get a wealthy white guy. Like the one chick she dated, the Italian guy that owned all these Italian chains, these Italian restaurant chains. And they was with each other for like damn near 20 years. He got with her when she was young. So all this time, people thought that they were married. He married this black woman. He was calling her wifey on social media and shit. All of a sudden, he found him a woman, another woman that was Italian because he was Italian. So he got with the Italian woman right off the rip. He started cutting that black woman off from resources, took his cars, locked her out of the mansion, basically left her with nothing, only to find out that he really wasn't married to her, and left her destitute, poor, and broke. Now, why that'd be a bad thing for a brother to take that up? I'm gonna tell you why that'd be a bad idea for any black man to do to get with her, because that white man basically gave her this fake illusion. The illusion, she was in an illusion. She was living a dream, a dream that was a reality. But she was at the end of all that shit. She was kicked to the curb by this wealthy old white dude. So now this chick could be difficult to get with at best for any black man because she used to that kind of lifestyle, and no guy is not gonna be able to provide her that lifestyle. And then due to the fact that she's 41, so she just struck out. Now, I mean, he just kicked us straight to the curb, kicked us straight to the curb. So you got other examples where you got black women be getting deleted in these relationships. Some even you got black women that get involved with old white men that's basically like, as always, if you pay attention, only logic ain't never lied about that, these black women be doing sex work. And they hoping to land a relationship with these white guys. Now, we already know, black men, we already know that black women tend to see white men as powerful due to the situation of black men and white men, how white men, even though now that's, in America, that's the white men are on a decline even in this country. They are on a decline even in this country. So now, you got white men basically crashing out because now they ain't getting the white privilege that they used to get. They ain't getting the white male privilege. White male privilege is dead, and that's because 3% are pulling the rug from up under them. Pulling the rug from up under them. So now when white men lose that, they don't got shit really. They, it's the same thing, not trying to get off subject a little bit, but it's like the black farmers. You had a lot of black farmers out here that lost their land from the government, and white farmers got any kind of subsidies that these black farmers were trying to get the government, the white farmers blocked them from it. The white farmers, let me show you, the white farmers went against it and blocked those black farmers. Now you got white farmers running around here crying to me, the government ain't doing this, Donald Trump did this. And black farmers like, well. We don't feel sorry for you. So we don't. We don't feel sorry for these white farmers because not only they blocked black farmers from doing anything, they blocked us from a whole lot of shit. When they seen we was gonna get shit, what the white farmers do? They went against it. This is y'all white man, Keisha, that y'all love, that white man that basically try to stop black men, and y'all have done the same thing to y'all black sons when they seen that Obama was gonna give black men and young black boys something called my brother's keeper. Y'all black women, just like white men, went and throw stumbling blocks in black men's rise, because black women didn't want. They always talking about how they doing so much better than black men, but yet they don't want their black boys to be in the same position where they be in a better position. They want to keep them at that position where they can go and like I said, have access to brag, talk about black men, then run back to black men, talk about how much y'all love us, but we gotta fall in line behind y'all. Shout out to BGS. But yeah, man, you notice back on subject, you notice a lot of these black women, man, they'll get with the perspective bottom shelf group men of the ethnic group. They'll get no matter, and they always end up either like taking an L like a motherfucker. But none of these black women talk about this. I even came across Christian Encouragement, and their whole idea, they actually want to get out of a community that black women helped create. That the black community that you have, black women helped create that. They made that community from the gynocracy, welfare, food stamps and shit, government subsidies, government promoting black women over in the community because they see black women as not a threat, an exponential threat. So they would want a black woman at the helm of the ship since they not a threat. They wouldn't want no black men that got their shit together because that means that's paramount to Black Wall Street, Elaine, Arkansas. They don't want them kind of thriving black communities that we had that were ran by and controlled by black men. They don't want them. They'd rather have the broken, destructive community that they see now. So when you do have a thriving black community like what's his name, the boy that's going right now, they trying to throw to the wolves, Carmelo Anthony. When you have black families with a well-to-do father, a well-to-do mother, they look at them like those families shouldn't exist. In their mind, in white folks' mind, you shouldn't have no black families like that, headed by a black man with a black wife that's a homemaker, well-to-do. They got resources and shit. That shouldn't exist in a white man's world. They feel that that shouldn't exist. Of you being a black man, having everything provided and building a structure. In the white man's mind, the white man's mind, that black man don't supposed to have that little boy don't supposed to come from a structure like that. He don't supposed to have come from a structure where you got a well-to-do black family. That's why when you have these white men trying to judge that little boy, talking about he's from the hood, only to find out that black boy come from a better structure than the Metcalf brothers. See, they don't like to see black families like that. They'd rather see a white man with a black woman, or a black man with a white woman, never a well-to-do black family. Never a well-to-do black family. I ain't even trying to be on no pro-black shit, but they don't. The whole thing is, well, you supposed to be, as a black woman, you supposed to be with a white man, no matter how broke he is. A black man supposed to be with Becky and Susan. So then another thing too, they incentivize black women getting with white men and white men and black men getting with white women. You know, this is all what they doing is they doing pretty much what Argentina did, because Argentina basically wiped their black people population out like a motherfucker. That's what Latin America was all them Latin countries was trying to achieve that. But that's a whole video for another subject, that nobody never put sanctions on fucking Argentina for getting rid of their black population. Nobody put them under sanctions. Nobody, did or put Argentina up under sanctions. But that's a whole video, because we do, for any Argentinians out here, we do know what your country have done. Just to let y'all Argentinians know. We know y'all remove y'all black population. But anyway, yeah, you'll never see, when you try to look at from that perspective of Becky meeting her untimely demise, or Hacienda Flores, or Milan meeting their demise at the hands of white men, you can't even find it. You damn near can't even find where Becky lost her life being with a black man, but you'll find a black man that lose his life being with Becky or Hacienda. But you never see the equivalent of Becky being sent to the upper room, dying horribly, losing everything, being with Tyrone. You can't even find it. You can't even find the equivalent of it. But you have a whole lot of black women that end up getting sent to the upper room, end up broke, end up with biracial kids, not being married to Brad. Black women end up all kind of fucked up ways, being with white men and non-black men. They always take the L. And none of these black women that ever thought about, who think about going out, they never do no research on that before they just go. They don't do no research on that, on shit. That's why Tyler Perry and all them can say shit that all black women doing better than black men, and they got all the research and the money and all that, and black men need to come to the table and deal with it. They do not do no goddamn research. When you go and do research, then you'll find out otherwise. But they don't do no research on it. That's why when you do research, you'll find out, like even things, shout out to Medium Man, you'll find out that black men make way more money than black women. Yes, black women are the most enrolled in college than black men, but most black women, they get, if you go look up what kind of degrees they get compared to what the degrees that black men get when they're in college, you'll find out it's a disparity. But like I said, man, you'll never find the equivalent of Becky or Hacienda Flores or Chung Lee meeting horrible demises at the hands of Tyrone. You can't find them. But if you go and look for black women, black women meeting their untimely demise and white men and non-black men, you'll have a slew of them motherfuckers. You'll have a shitload of videos, and only logic can prove that. I went looking for myself. I just went looking for myself and find a whole bunch of these things where black women met their untimely demise, or they became broke, or they became single mamas with biracial kids with non-black men, and then they decide that with non-black men, then they decide after all that to try to do the reach back with black men, like Sharika did, and a few other these black women. They always find themselves doing the reach back, and a lot of times they get brothers like, nah, we good, knock their hand away. Or they always end up with some black guy that's a bum. Because when they do the reach back, that's all they're able to get. You know, you come back to the black community with a whole bunch of biracial kids, nothing against biracial brothers and sisters, but they always come back with them biracial kids, and then they always want black men to get with them, and they always want the high. They didn't date or get with the high end white men. They got with the bottom shelf brands and the military Mitchells, but they feel like if they come back to black men, they feel like they should get the cream of the crop of black men, no matter their status, no matter what they at in life, no matter if that white man left them with a single mama with biracial kids, they feel that he was at the bottom in their perspective white community. They feel that they should get the cream of the cream of black men. In their mind, they don't give a fuck if they with a bottom shelf brand. They want black women that divest, that formally divest. When they come back to black men, they want you to have everything. Because in their mind, this is what they saying in their head. If I'm gonna get with one of these niggas, he gotta come with everything for me. But Keisha, you was with that bottom shelf brand who didn't have nothing. Well, his whiteness was kept him. His whiteness that's what he was valued for, his whiteness, and the whole idea of having biracial children. And then normally when these black women have these biracial children by brand, they always turned out fucked up in the end. They either turned out to be turned into white supremacists themselves, or the biracial kids end up fucked up mentally, or they don't have, a lot of them, they grow up, they don't want to have no attachment to their black mama or the black side of their family because they lived in a white community. They don't even want to have attachment to the black community. But that's another dynamic that happens when black women divest and swirl out. They have children that don't like their ass. But I don't see the equivalent of Tyrone and Becky that happened to Becky or black men, white women in those situations. You don't see it. You don't see the equivalent. Not even, it's not even close.